it's interesting to watch the so-called environmental movement and how it evolves. I think that the Keystone Pipeline has become a complete controversial you versus us, bad versus good, the bellwether issue of whether President Obama is doing a good job on the environment or not. And I found that to be perhaps the wrong issue to make the issue of the day, where we divide the community entirely and butt heads, rather than how do we help President Obama, whether you're Republican or Democrat, West Coast or East Coast. We got one president. We've got 3 years left. He cares about these issues. If we don't stand up and rally behind him to make sure that we're able to move an agenda around taming this climate change monster that's growing every day and dealing with some of the sustainability challenges. And I think that our community probably chose the wrong issue to divide the world, to call the president on the carpet, to chain themselves to the fence outside the White House, rather than, is this the moment of time we could come together and really move these issues? I mean, the preposterous situation of clean air and clean water and safe environments for our families and children being something that only Democrats should care about versus Republicans, or East Coast versus West Coast. I don't know how we got here, but it is extraordinarily important that each of us walk out of here and think about how we unite a world around the fact that we want a safe world for our kids. There's nobody of any political stripe who wouldn't throw themselves in front of a bus for their child if a bus was coming at them. But we're not throwing ourselves in front of this speeding locomotive called climate change when we need to. We've made it a political issue when it is not. It is about the future of our world. It is about national security. It's about public health. And we've got to be mindful of not allowing these issues to stay divided and disparate, and we versus them, and good guys versus bad guys, and Brookline, Massachusetts versus Worcester, or only Berkeley cares. We have got to come together as a world community. So for me, I tried to get involved, but the fact that our community chose a certain issue to help divide, rather than what we need to do to unite and to make something happen over the next 3 years and beyond, was an unfortunate time. And I think we've got to come together and still say, hopefully at tonight's State of the State or State of the Nation or State of the Union, we'll hear words about what we believe in. And I believe we will hear. We've gotten some early information, nothing that secret, that the president will make climate change one of his priorities. And he will want to address it, not in the United States Congress, but in the administration, where he's got regulatory authority from energy to commerce to the EPA. And he will not be able to make progress unless we unite around him. And I think that's the agenda that we should all be thinking about as we walk out of here.